Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Inside the Dam podcast. We are recording on February 27th. It is 7:30, so it is that time of the week. I am your host, Cole Clementich, here to bring you guys another great show and another awesome three guests from MSU Athletics. Spoke a little too soon last time we were on. I said we will be back on the 20th. Little did I realize my holidays. The 20th was actually President's Day, and so we did not have school that day. So it was some time off for everyone here on campus. But like I said, great show today for you guys. Before we get started, just want to remind you about Papa John's and what they have going on. Check out their MSU special. It is a large two-topping pizza for $7.99. You go there and you show a valid MSU ID. You can get yourself all locked up with that sweet deal. We want to thank Admir and the Papa John's crew for sponsoring the Inside the Dam podcast. And without further ado, folks, we got a couple MSU baseball pitchers and one softball pitcher, and I guess a designated player as well, kind of doing a little bit of both on both sides of the field. So that is what you can expect tonight. But kicking us off now, he is the reigning back-to-back NSIC pitcher of the week until tomorrow. But give it up for MSU baseball pitcher Bryant Bagshaw. Bryant, thank you for being here tonight.
Hey, thank you, Cole. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have you on board, just like with all the other athletes. So I kind of want to start here with your NCAA Division III route. So you originally started at Dominican University in Illinois. Is there anything special about starting at a smaller school or division? Kind of give us your insight on that.
In Dominican in Illinois, it was a small school. It was a good route for me, just another opportunity. So went there, started there, spent 3 years playing there as well. Like I said, just a really good opportunity for me to continue playing baseball. So I took that and I started out there.
Yeah, always a cool scenario, when you're getting, looking at options for schools and stuff like that. And was MSU originally on your radar? How did that come to be? How did that story of Bryant Bagshaw start with MSU?
No, it originally was not in the radar for me. It started out actually with my middle brother, Cameron. He committed to play here his freshman year, and then I got the word of it. Thought it would be a better opportunity for me as well, so I ended up coming here.
Nice. Always cool to have family involved, and that's actually a good segue here. Talk about, you're one of three Bagshaw brothers. I mean, Mama has to be pretty stoked. How did you guys all end up in the same spot?
I couldn't even tell you, honestly, but they are proud. We are all in the same spot, so I guess it makes it a little easier for them to stay with us. But it's a great time, being with them, playing baseball. We've done it through our entire life, so it's nice to still continue to being around them and playing baseball. But yeah. And
playing back then in high school, you're originally from Arizona, if I'm not mistaken, and doing that and continuing on at the college level, just how special really is it?
Oh, it's really special. Growing up as a little kid, you dream of this. It's just another step in the road. I've always wanted to play baseball, so college was, from a young age, you see those players and their dream, and so it's always what I wanted to do, and I followed in that. So being here and being a senior, still playing baseball at that level, it's a good time.
Awesome, and you guys are currently really having a good time right now. Talk about this hot start. For you in particular on the mound, 2-0 with a .75 ERA, 11 strikeouts. Not an easy feat to make possible, but I know it's still early, but very impressive, most certainly. Talk about that.
It is still really early, but it's a good start. It's a good start for everyone, especially in the confidence-wise. Trust within everyone else. So when I have the trust of everyone else behind me, it makes the job a little easier. Yeah.
We mentioned we had Dominic Parkhurst on the show last time talking about the new coach. What makes Coach Boisner stand out for you?
I think it's more of he really pays attention to the player themselves, what they have to offer. We talked about the opportunities, so he's definitely stepped in, really paid attention to the players themselves, and has given, I think, the right players a good opportunity to play. And when you are like that team that is getting opportunities and producing and having fun, I think it builds for a good team.
I'm really intrigued by the starting lineup this year. There are a lot of new names, guys that either haven't played or just coming into their own and a feeling out process. Talk about the huge difference in starting lineups this year compared to last year, and what is behind the early success with that?
Yeah, I think so. Going back to last year, I think there was a lot of older guys that I'd say kind of secured some spots early on. So when they've already had that this year, a lot of new guys, a lot of new faces, new transfers, that kind of thing. People just want to play, so they came in, they started filling spots. Even when there isn't spots fully secured, I think players have been stepping up and really fighting for the jobs. I'd say a lot of jobs to still be earned, so I think that just really helps the team in general.
And heck, you even mentioned it, like there's still that unsatisfied factor, like you guys still hungry for wins, still hungry to get back, itching to get back on the field, so that's always a good mindset to keep in there. And moving on away from the field, I hear you're a biology major. Is that correct? And just talk about a little bit on classroom life here on campus.
Yes, I am. I am a biology major. I am trying to go into physical therapy. It is very hard staying up to date with the classwork, with our travel schedules, but I try to make it the best I can. Teachers are always, pretty helpful in that aspect. Students are also very, very helpful, so that does help when you're gone so much. But yeah, it's still going good.
Yeah, we do see a lot of it firsthand with Trevin and Gage, and like you said, rigorous schedule. And just talk about goals for yourself, either on or off the field, or even where do you see yourself, maybe post-college life, since you're one of the seniors on the team?
Post-college life, I'm still striving for baseball at this moment. I'm also thinking about grad school for physical therapy, so that's another road. But right now, I'm trying my best to get looked at for professional baseball, and that is something that really excites me and gives me hope for the future.
Awesome. Well, we hope for the utmost success for you. One last question before we get going to the next guest. I want your opinion on the new pitch clock in Major League Baseball. It is kind of maybe not so much a slippery slope, but something they're trying out in spring training as they get going with that. But you being a pitcher yourself at the college level, what are your original thoughts on this new invention that they're going with here?
It's definitely new. Definitely speeds up the game a little bit. I'm not too sure about it yet. I don't know how it will play out, but it's definitely a little change for a lot of people. You just got to work a little faster. Can't really play as much mind games on other players, but I think it'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see how that plays out. But Bryant, that is all we have today. Thank you for joining us, and good luck in your journey through baseball and through the classroom.
Awesome. Thank you, Cole.
Yes, there you have it. That was Bryant Bagshaw, pitcher for Minot State Baseball, and the reigning back-to-back NSIC Pitcher of the Week. Want to remind you guys to check out Papa John's and their MSU special. You can get a large 2-topping for $7.99 if you showcase a valid MSU ID. We thank Admir and Papa John's for sponsoring the Inside the Dam podcast. Don't go anywhere, folks. When we come back, we're we're going to have Howard Wade, grad assistant for MSU Athletics, be joined by our next guest, member of the softball team. You might recognize her, so don't go anywhere. You're watching the Inside the Dam podcast, brought to you by Papa John's. We'll be right back.
Hi everyone, Howard Wade here, graduate assistant within the athletic department. I specialize with sports information and broadcasting. Today I'm joined by Gabi. Gabi is one of our school's softball players, and she's from Canada. Gabi, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, like you said, Canadian softball player, pitcher. I also like to hit too.
Like to hit dingers or singles? What are we talking here?
More singles.
More singles? Okay.
More hard into the ground then.
All right. What else?
I grew up playing softball and hockey.
Hockey?
Yeah.
Hockey? Okay, let's pause on hockey. Let's put a pin in the hockey right there. What position are we talking?
Defense.
Defense. Okay. Do you think you can keep up with any of our girls hockey players? Have you seen them play?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely be a little rusty, but
you can keep up. I think you can.
maybe after I skated for a couple of weeks.
All right. How long did you play hockey for?
My whole life.
Your whole life?
Until my senior year of high school.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, basically, up until you came here. Okay, but hey, you're softball here, and you're doing great. You're what, a junior?
Yeah.
Junior here, okay. And you're in the pitching circle?
Yes.
For the most part?
Back in the circle.
Back in the circle, okay. Tell us how that's been going so far this year.
It's been good. Preseason nerves, definitely, but it's starting to get a lot better, just more confidence as you get more innings, which has been good.
It's not bad. Where'd you guys play this past weekend?
Branson, Missouri.
Mizzou. Did you guys do anything fun?
We went to an aquarium.
Aquarium?
It was fun. The whole trip was actually a really good experience. Like, we stayed at the Ballparks of America, which is like an outlet mall converted into team suites, like food. Like, the diamonds are like right out the back door. It was really cool.
That is a cool vibe. Did you see Nemo?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you see, who else is that? Dory?
Yeah.
Who's his dad? Norman?
No,
Is it Norman?
there was a turtle, though.
The turtle? Yeah. Hey, Squirt!
Yeah.
It's always fun to take a break before you can go crazy on the field. So far this year, we have you batting 52 for 130 right now in your career. What are your thoughts on that? You have, 5 doubles, some triples in that. It means you're a speedster around the bases. You were talking singles earlier. You're hitting dingers, man. You're hitting deep.
On the big fields, it helps when you hit the ball harder. It rolls farther. You can run.
Yeah, just keep running until you can't run anymore, right?
Pretty much.
That's not bad. Then in the classroom, so we took that pin from, where was the pin earlier? Hockey. See? Thank you for that. The pin was in hockey. Let's put a pin in hockey and now add another pin for academics. So in the classroom, it's a big part of NCAA being a student athlete, right? And 2022, you were named to the NSIC Spring All Academic Team. And that's a big thing because that's pretty close to 4.0, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Right. So tell us how you manage it all, like figuring out practice, travel, game time, and still taking how many classes? Like, to stay eligible, you need at least 4, 5, 6. How do you really maintain a balance through academics and athletics?
I think the biggest thing is time management. Like, growing up, I was always crazy busy with softball, hockey, so always had to find time for school because, like you said, student before athlete.
Yep.
Time management, no procrastinating. I used to be bad with that, but coming to college, and I was like, you can't do that anymore. Like, you just got to get it done, stay ahead. Especially when you're in season, like, you do not have enough time.
And while we're here in academics, what are you majoring in at Minot?
Communication sciences and
Communication sciences and disorders. Okay. And you have what? If you're a junior, a year left then? A few semesters?
Of undergrad. I graduate next spring and then 2 years of grad school.
Ah, nice. Hey, you're already charting the course, already charting the path.
Yeah.
I love it. That's great to see. So let's talk about right now this team that you guys have assembled. It's new coaching staff, a few new girls as well, so you're all still, obviously looking to find that groove and bond together. Things like the aquarium and traveling to Missouri is really nice to get things going. In the next few weeks, what are some of the, goals, if I can say goals, that you or the team is looking to achieve before the season's done?
Yeah, for sure. So we had our last 4 weeks of preseason, which it went pretty well.
Yeah.
It was good just to see where our strengths and weaknesses are. And that gives us a chance the next few weeks before we play UMary to just work on those weaknesses so we become more well-rounded. And, yeah, we're getting to know each other, which is great. That really helps with our chemistry on the field, too.
Do you like your new coaches?
I do.
You do? What do you like about them?
They're just, they're younger, so it's, they're easier to relate to, which is really good.
How is it with Coach Zoya?
It's good. It's different.
Good, yeah?
Yeah, a lot of time. Like, hey, Zoya. Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Coach. Zoya.
Coach.
Yeah, no.
Excuse me, Coach Zoya.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, but we know Zoya had a pretty good career here, and to see her pouring into you guys and just keeping that connection is, to me, I think that's pretty cool, That's amazing. So let's go back to hockey, get that pin out of there. So showing off you being a dual sport athlete, how do you take care of your body? Because that's hockey, softball, and now you're just softball. You mentioned an injury earlier. What was that injury?
Upper body.
Upper body.
I would say it was pretty rough, but it's definitely in the going in the right direction.
Behind you.
Oh yeah.
You're moving forward.
Definitely.
Right, taking care of your body. What do you do? Anything I know for me, I'll put a pause here. For me, I did a bad job of taking care of my body growing up, and even for a large portion of my time here at Minot State, I'd lift, still do random stuff around my apartment, goof around on the weekends, and then try and come back with little sleep, very little time, stretching. All these things matter. Do you have a certain niche for your diet or lifting that you just do for you, or not really?
Really, I spent a lot of time in the training room.
Good.
I think my first year I didn't realize how important it was to take care of
Exactly.
your body until it catches up to you, practicing, playing every day. You really need to take care of your body,
right.
Rehab, eating, sleeping, that's all.
That alone is really smart, because our trainers are good. They're really good, and they'll take care of you. And a difference for me is, like I said, I rarely went to the training room. I saw the training room when I first started as a burden. I was like, ugh, the trainers, because it's 30 to an hour out of your day that you have to allocate, and you're I could be gaming or something, or in your case probably shopping. I don't know, but. Yeah, for you, it's really good to see that you're taking care of your body, doing what you have to do in academics. And for the rest of your time here at Minot State, what is something that you, Gabi, would like to see you accomplish before you're done here?
Oh, just enjoy it. It's crazy to believe that I'm already a junior.
Yeah.
Got a year or two left. Just literally make the best of that on and off the field.
Yeah.
Probably my number one goal. Just look back on it and be like, that was the best 4 years of my life.
Yeah. What's the quote? You want to make the memories and not. You want to make the memories count. Something like that. You want to make the memories count is what you're saying. That
exactly.
I agree with that totally. Gabi, thank you for joining me today. It was really a pleasure. You guys just got back recently, yeah?
This morning.
This morning, yeah. So I know you're probably a bit tired after a 15, 16-hour drive. So get your rest. MSU appreciates all that you do on the field, in the classroom, representing your school. It's great. Continue, and good luck with the rest of your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No problem. And before I leave, folks, MSU is running a special with Papa John's. You can get a large 2-topping pizza for just $7.99 when you show your MSU ID at the counter. That's $7.99 large 2-topping pizza as long as you show your MSU ID at any Minot Papa John's location. I'm Howard Wade, sending it off to Cole Clementich in a few minutes.
Hello and welcome back to the Inside the Dam podcast. We are now on to our third guest of the night. Before we get started with that, reminding you guys again, MSU has a special with Papa John's. You can get a large 2-topping pizza for $7.99 if you show a valid MSU ID. We appreciate all the hard work and the help that Admir and the Papa John's crew brings to the Inside the Dam podcast taking place here at Minot State University. We are witnessing some little technical difficulties on the live stream, so again, we do apologize, guys, if you are watching on the YouTube live stream. Hopefully it should turn out better once we get it uploaded to the MSU Beavers page, but hopefully it works out, but no guarantees there. But that being said, moving on here, we have ourselves a first baseman, a junior on the Minot State baseball team from Windsor, Colorado, high above in altitude. Gunnar Kozlowitz joins us. Gunnar, thank you for joining me and on the Inside the Dam podcast tonight.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you so much, Gunnar. And I want to start with this angle. Being from Colorado, how has it been adjusting straight from the altitude to a little bit closer to sea level these past few years?
The altitude wasn't too big of a difference. It was more the weather. Wasn't really prepared for the negative 40-degree weather. But the cold weather in Colorado really helped out. Made a good transition. Overall, wouldn't trade it.
Awesome. So Colorado, it can get a little cool once in a while, but talk about the views with the mountains and stuff. Have you seen a little bit of those? Have you traveled there, and have you seen some really cool shots of like the Rockies or any of that sort of area?
Oh yeah, my living room window, just mountains everywhere. So it's really nice to wake up to. Traveling, going fishing up in the mountains, it's a blast. Wish I was up here, but got to be lucky with what I have. So it's always fun going back home over break, get to see family, look at the mountains, see the beautiful wildlife, all that sorts of stuff.
It's got to be really cool seeing there. And moving on during the school year, you know, talk about your start so far. So on the baseball team, you're hitting really well, 457 batting average, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. Again, I know it's early, but talk about your success so far on the field and I guess the team success overall.
It's really the team success. I'm just going up there, just trying to hit the ball, but the team's really helping out, just throwing the ball, catching the ball, doing all the little things right. But it's early in the season, so it's nice to have those stats to help out later in the season, maybe when there's a slump happening. But as of right now, it's just numbers, right? Got to go out there and win.
Yeah, got to go out and get the job done. And we'll ask you the same question that we asked Bryant here earlier. Brand new head coach, Sam Boisner from Northern State. How has he impacted you so far?
Awesome. He's really helping out me and all sorts of guys, helping us figure out what our role is, bringing a whole new side of like mental approaches and everything, and his chemistry with our coach Wick. Just they really sync together, so they're able to help the team out in the best way possible.
That's good to have guys that really gel together, and most certainly we're seeing that with the football team even going on right now. But talk about just overall playing at Corbett Field. It's a historic field, a historic diamond. You know, it's got a beautiful background, and it's got a lot of history. You know, just talk about your experience there overall.
Oh, it's awesome. Before I even came here, my dad told me that he played on that field, so it's kind of cool that.
Oh, really?
Yep. So I get to play on the same field that he played on sometime. So it's a beautiful field. We're really blessed to have it. The turf really helps out with the weather. The scenery is awesome around it. I mean, there's no place like home.
What's the story with your dad having played on Corbett Field before? I'm curious now.
He's from Montana, so he always traveled for baseball. So he went all around. So he played here, Bismarck, Dickinson, all sorts of areas.
Nice. So a lot of the fields in North Dakota. That's got to be an awesome opportunity, most certainly. And you know, kind of expanding on that, do you have any sort of summer ball experience? I know we just saw Gage and Trevin get recruited to the Minot Hot Tots this summer. Do you have any of that experience, or do you know any more on some of the teammates that have spoken on their experiences lately?
Yeah, so this previous summer I went out to Indiana, played in the Prospect League. That was fun. Then actually halfway through the season went to the Independent League out in Wyoming, played for the Horseheads. And it was overall a fun time living with the host family, just waking up, going to play baseball. And it was just fun, just meeting all sorts of new guys, learning new baseball, seeing what other programs are ran like. It's a fun time.
Yeah, talk about summer and, committing that time and just being there, the beautiful summer nights. The sunset's got to be really cool. Just talk it's a different atmosphere between that and, college ball. How big of an experience can that be for a lot of players?
Oh, it's a way different experience. I definitely recommend it. Waking up, go to the field, you have batting practice, nice and easy, then a nice game, summer night, perfect weather, fans that really support you and that they're devoted to watching you. And then fireworks after the games. I mean, nice little promos, special jersey nights. I mean, all sorts of stuff that makes you really feel like people really want to watch you play.
Yeah, you cannot beat minor league baseball and all of the, additives that they really do to make it a nice, cool experience, not just for the players, but for the fans also. And moving away from the field for a little bit here, so rumor has it, you're an exercise science and rehabilitation major. Is that correct?
It is.
Talk about some of that classroom life, like we were just talking with Bryant in his biology major. Talk about some of the stuff you do, and do you kind of incorporate that into your athletic life?
I do. So, like you said, I'm an exercise science major, so some of my classes right now are like taping and bracing, some sciences, a lot of like just hands-on stuff, so it's really nice. So like players are like, how can I tape this and everything? So since I'm in that class, I'm able to help them out. But I'm lucky. I have beautiful professors. They really help us out when we're on the road, help make us like make sure we're like on the right track, all that sorts of stuff.
Yeah, and Bryant brought up a good point earlier, balancing the schoolwork and just being on the road a lot. How do you take that approach?
It's tricky, especially with some of the more hands-on stuff like taping and bracing and everything, but I'm able to, like, professors post like slides for what I missed and everything, so I'm able to go through it, or I can talk to my trainer since he's been through it all, so I can get some help, or most of the guys are in it, so we're able to talk about it and see what we can do.
Cool. And overall, just talk about your goals and where do you see yourself post-college life? You're a junior right now. Just talk about some of those aspirations that you may have.
Oh, I haven't even thought about that yet. I still have 2 more years of eligibility here, so.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Nice.
So technically a sophomore on the field right now, but just going to take it day by day. The goal is to play after college, play anywhere, travel the world, play baseball, but still a long time away, so we'll see where that takes me.
That'll be a cool experience. And you have some former teammates. I can recall Drew Bailing, it? Now playing in Australia. What have you guys taken away from some of the upperclassmen that have moved on now that are playing professional baseball somewhere?
The dedication. So I talk to Drew every day still. I went out to the prospect league with him. We lived together, so he's definitely been a big role model to me, so I'm able to learn his habits. He tells me like how everything's ran there, so then I'm able to get an experience and like understanding of what he's going through, so that I can understand like the difference.
Awesome. Well, this is a lot of unique stories here, Gunnar. Before we let you go here, we're going to ask you, like always, the same question we did with Bryant earlier. Your opinion, you're wearing the Toronto Blue Jays hat. That's a nice hat, by the way.
Thank you.
But your opinion on the new MLB pitch clock seems to be creating a little bit of controversy, but could it be leading to bigger and better things? I want to know your thoughts on that.
Depends on who you ask, but for a hitter-wise, I'm not a fan of it. I like to take my time between pitches. Depending on what the pitch is, I have my own like routine for it. So I just feel rushed, but every day you just got to adjust. So figuring out what works for that pitch clock and what doesn't. So it's all a learning habit right now. So just take it day by day.
Yep. Real quick, what's the hope for the Blue Jays this year?
Win, just like us.
Just win games?
Just win games,
I like
just
it.
like us.
Nice. Yeah, good stuff there, Gunnar. But thank you so much for being on the Inside the Dam podcast today. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and folks, you just heard Gunnar Kozlowitz, first baseman from the MSU baseball team, native of Windsor, Colorado. That is going to do it for all of us here on the Inside the Dam podcast. Again, you just watched another great show through the KMSU podcast YouTube live stream. We'll get that uploaded to the MSU Beavers channel here momentarily. But again, that concludes episode 12. Want to remind you guys again, Papa John's has an MSU special. If you show a valid MSU ID, you can get a large 2-topping pizza for $7.99. We thank Admir and Papa John's for sponsoring the Inside the Dam podcast each and every Monday. Again, we are seeing some technical difficulties with the stream, so that is a perfect time to end it there. Want to thank Howard Wade for being on the show today, being able to contribute and help out as He's a grad assistant with MSU Athletics, so he's familiar with the setup, and also an MSU Pro-Com grad. So thanks again, Howard, and thank you to Gunnar, Bryant, and Gabi for being on the show today, providing a great story from their perspectives. That is going to do it for us. Like I said, thank you guys for watching, and this time we will see you next week. Enjoy the rest of your night.